Hi, my beautiful Cancers. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just getting ready right now to do your March 2019 readings. Just getting some frankincense on the burn here for you guys. Busting out the good stuff. For those that are new, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. Please don't forget to do that. And please ensure that you're doing that for all the tarot readers that you guys watch and drain the shit out of. The least you can do is like, share, subscribe. So please do that. For those that are returning and already in support of this channel, I really want to thank you. To all that have reached out to me for personal readings, that I've connected with. You have been just as healing to me as I hope I've been to you. So thank you. For those that do want to book a personal reading with me, you can email me at queencuptarot@gmail.com, which is in the description. So thank you guys for your support. You really know how to show up and show out for a girl. So thank you. Now, guys, just remember to timestamp, because I'm going to do a couple shout outs before I get started in your reading, before we get to praying and all that good stuff. Couple shout outs, and I'm going to do all the same shout outs for March. And then I'm going to do a new group of shout outs for April. So for this month, I've got about 5 or 6 shout outs. First off, I want to shout out Saltwater Heals Tarot. She supported my channel from, very early stage of it. Was one of the first personal readings I did on YouTube, and she really gave me a lot of positive feedback and shared that feedback with her audience. So I had at least a couple hundred people reach out to me on account of her. So thank you, Saltwater Heals. She is a fierce light worker, hilarious. Definitely check out her channel. Positive vibes only. Guys, these shout outs, okay, go to support or don't go at all. All right. If you're not feeling them or they don't resonate with you, just move on. Don't leave your negative comments. Nobody cares about them, and just move on. Okay. Secondly, Tarot from Beyond. Fierce light worker, ancient knowledge as well, high priestess, and has been very supportive of me as well. Really gave me a lot of constructive criticism on how to make this a business. This is a life path for her and a career, and she gave me a lot of insight on how to do that for myself. So I want to thank you, Haley, and Missy, and thank you for your support. A girl really appreciates you. Now, a new channel that I found, which is super inspiring. This girl is fierce. Her name is Jazz. Her channel is Hourglassed. So HOURGLASSED by Jazz. And this girl might maybe be no more than 25, and her soul is ancient. She's got tons of knowledge to share. I believe she's going to start a revolution in the youth, and really, she can really help elevate and heal the collective, especially the younger generations, and yeah, she's dope. Go check her out, whether young or old. Honestly, she's talking very high level knowledge. A lot of things that she talks about are going to prompt you to go and research them, which is why I really like her. So yes, her channel's fairly new. Go support. Positive vibes only. Angelic Ascensions, Angelic Guidance, Divinely Feminine, those are personal favorites. And then a client of mine who I did a personal reading for is starting a new channel. She wants to make a career out of this, so I told her I would definitely support her. So go check out Crystal in My Bra Tarot. Let her know that I shouted her out. Tell her hi. Show your love and support. Like, share, subscribe. And yeah, I want to thank you guys. You guys developed and grew this channel to 25,000 people in the matter of months. So I really want to. I know how supportive you guys are, and I think there's other readers that can definitely use your support, and you can use their guidance. And not only that, there's some very weird energy with some of the tarot readers, like this competitive vibe. This isn't the place for that shit, man. Okay, I get we're like to the public and we're doing these videos and stuff, but like this is a different world. I'm not here competing with any tarot readers. I watch tarot. That's why I'm going to start shouting out religiously every month a certain group of tarot readers, just because we need to be empowering each other, not competing with each other, and let the audience decide what resonates. Okay. So yeah, I just want to put that out there. Thank you to all that support my channel. And I want to thank all the tarot readers. I know I missed a few. Ramblin' Mike, Granddaddy of Tarot on YouTube. His videos taught me a lot about how to read the actual cards and different ways to interpret him. So please shout him out for me as well. And yeah, guys, it's one love over here. We're all doing the same thing. It's just different strokes for different folks. Okay, so thank you and for your continued support. And yeah, we're gonna get into prayer here. I'm gonna use the Wild Unknown Tarot deck by Kim Kranz. I was inspired to buy this deck after the Aries February reading, which was very animal inspired. So yeah, we're gonna use this deck. I also do smoke pot. Guys, it's not the nature of this, okay? And I'm going to explain, because I have a lot of people reaching out to me about it. I want to make something clear. You do not need pot or any kind of stimulant to tap into divine energy. I mean, if we're really talking about it, this tool is a lot more important than the pot, my frankincense. If there's anything that's going to clear me and get me in a meditative state, it's the frankincense, not the pot. Okay? I say this is a personal preference because this is my own personal crutch and codependency, which I'm working on, okay? And so yeah, I just wanted to be clear with you guys that this is a crutch and that you do not need pot to tap into any divine energy. That's a fact. This is a codependency. The way I use it, it's a codependency. I smoke pot every single day. Okay, so, you know, I suggest if you are going to use pot, you know, use it the way it's supposed to be used. Use it during meditative ceremonies. Use it for healing. For women that are having menstrual cramps, you know, do a tea, smoke a joint. But the codependency, the habitual natures, we talk about codependencies and attachments, right? So yeah, with the pot, it's my own personal preference. It's not the nature of this. Okay, so I just wanted to touch on that. All right, guys. And yeah, so let's get into it. Like usual, we take our matters to the Lord. You guys can timestamp now, 7 minutes. But just please ensure that you're timestamping prior to the prayer. It really bothers me when people timestamp after the prayer. It almost seems disrespectful. And yeah, so timestamp prior to the prayer, guys. Okay. Holy Spirit, Father of God, guardian angels, ascended masters, thank you for your unconditional love and guidance. Thank you for connecting me with the collective. And right now, more particularly, thank you for connecting me with Cancer. I want to support them. Help me do that by providing me the messages that are in their greatest good for the month of March, surrounding the relationships closest to them, their material abundance, their sustenance, their personal ascension and development, which I feel is the most important. And any other messages, Spirit, that you feel worthy for them to know at this time. Thank you, God and angels, for your guidance and your love. Unconditional love. We're absolutely nothing without you. Amen. All right, guys. Going to put a little more frankincense on the burn here, and I think we'll be ready to go. I feel like I was forgetting something. Whatever. I'll catch you guys again. I'm going to continue to do the yearlies. I think I got you guys out in Aquarius, which was crazy. Those live chat rooms were manic. The energies in those live chats were manic, man. There it goes. There's the burn. That's what I needed. All right, guys. Oh, and I am going to start selling this eventually. A lot of people have been reaching out to me about frankincense, and I am going to try to find a way to get it to you. My Bregin Leon, who's also a Toronto artist, I'm going to start incorporating music somehow to this channel because I'm a huge music fan and I support a lot of the Toronto artists. But anyways, my Bregin Leon's dad gets this from an Ethiopian church. It comes straight from Somalia, so it's the purest frankincense you can get. It's purer than the Vatican. So than what the Vatican gets. So yeah, guys, I'll find a way to get this to you, and I will update you on this. All right, let's get into your spread, guys. This is for March. Let's see what's surrounding you guys, what's going on. Extreme purging has been happening for a lot of Cancerians. I do believe that a lot of Cancerians, especially Cancerians that have a lot of earth in their chart, are going to be heavily impacted by the Mercury retrograde. And why I say earth is because of the full moon in Virgo that just happened. It's the closest full moon that will ever be to earth this year. So it was incredibly powerful and purging and stabilizing. And the reason why there was so much purging is it was in order to stabilize, because Virgo will bring your ass right back down to earth real fast, because that's where it likes to be, because that's its natural element. So with that being said, Mercury retrograde is going to be obviously intense, varying to different people, but I do believe Cancerians have already been experiencing a lot of the retrograde symptoms of Mercury. So even technology issues, maybe issues with communicating, maybe people from the past are already returning back. Maybe it's just thinking heavily about past experiences, but more than just thinking about how you feel, you're thinking and analyzing, reanalyzing thoughts or things or feelings from the past. That's what Mercury retrograde does. And these retrogrades are trying to bring things to the surface in order to be purged. Purge is the release of energy, okay, or waste. Unnecessary energy, whether it's peeing, pooing, shitting, crying, sweating, sneezing. These are all forms of purging. Okay. Wow. And then look what's at the bottom of the deck. Like, not the first card's at sea. So when you purge, first of all, it hurts. You die. Let's talk about that. I mean, depending on the level of the purge. But yeah, this is the transformation that occurs after a significant purge. It's having to kill a part of yourself. That's why it's so painful. It's like skin and bones. There ain't nothing left. So yeah, extreme transformation is to occur, and maybe some of my Cancers are finally going to start seeing that, because I think a lot of the Cancerians watching have been feeling this energy, have been maybe very present. Maybe I'm thinking that blood moon in July. It really set off a chain of events for Cancers that really changed the game, changed the nature of the game, changed the rules, changed the parameters, changed the vision. And that could be quite painful, especially if the vision you had prior was one you had forever, if not a really, really long time. The longer you had the previous vision, the harder it is to tear it down, and then create a new one. Some people are accustomed to creating these new visions regularly. Their minds just function that way. A lot of fire signs do that. They will reinvent themselves and the wheel multiple times. And they enjoy that fresh new start, right? So for my Cancerians, though, change and new starts aren't always necessarily the most comfortable. Even if you're in a dark place, it's like Cancerians love comfort. There's a certain level of predictability that is welcomed by the Cancer, even though they do like excitement. And you think of it, the Cancerians are water signs. The ocean is quite exciting, but there is a sense of regular status quo down there too, and that's what Cancerians like. So rebuilding a foundation, restructuring a foundation is what I'm getting in this pre-shuffle here. Final purge I'm getting as well. And when I say final purge, I mean in this stage. Because I think a lot of you guys have been purging and feel like that bird in the death card, like skin and bones, ain't nothing left, like I'm tired, like, oh my God, what else is, like, do I, and what I think you're not realizing is that everything that was stripped from you to leave you skin and bones, like that bird it was almost like cancerous. It's almost like you'd rather be that than be full of dead flesh. It's like, it's stripping down to rebuild, okay? So let's get into it, guys. We're going to do a 9-card spread. Your overall energy for this 9-card spread, it's the Ace of Swords. This is the truth that completely transformed your life, completely transformed a situation, completely transformed your approach. This is the truth that strikes down, and you're rarely the same after, because it's just so inevitable. Whether you asked for this truth or not, when it comes about in your life, there's no choice but to invoke change. It's like this as an overall energy is extremely powerful to me. This is thrown down by God. It's pure alkaline metal, pure alchemized metal. The temperance, that woman tempered this metal to make that. Like, it's clean. Very good overall energies, guys. The first card out of your spread is the Son of Pentacles. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It very well could be that you gain the truth about this like I said, for some of the cancers that have a lot of earth energy, this earth energy cannot necessarily be a person. It could be that part of your chart. So you're gaining a new truth about how capable you are of stabilizing yourself, how stable you have been in certain situations, the stability you've been able to provide for other people. It's like gaining the truth about that, because I think for a lot of you, there was maybe a lack of clarity. Like with this eclipse, it was like you weren't seeing the full picture, and then the truth comes down, and then boom, you can't go back now. The sun, once that pentacle moves over it, it'll take a long time for this to eclipse again. It's like an eclipse. Eclipses don't happen every day, but when they do, everybody comes out to watch, kind of thing. It's like everybody came out to watch this. The truth straight down. People came out to watch this actually move away from the sun, not cover it. So it's like a lot of you have been waiting for a certain level of clarity that absolutely comes in March or has already happened. But it's spring. Seeing a lot of oranges and yellows. That's spring. This animal, I don't know why I'm getting spring. It's fantastic energy. Now, if this is another person, this could be the truth you find out about this earth sign or any other sign. It could be, if it's not an earth sign, somebody that you looked at as being stable and now see the truth about. Or maybe you see the truth about how stable they actually really are. If this is another person, it's literally very simple. It's the truth about their abilities and capabilities. It's the truth about how they show up for you. And it's the truth about how stable this connection is, or how stable this person is able to be in your life. Okay? Your second card out of your spread. Ow. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I felt like, stop. That's what I felt like when I saw this. Stop right there. I don't know why yet, but I just, this card opens up the chakra now, don't it? You know, some of you might know the truth about your worth and what it is you offer in a partnership. This could be also somebody being struck. If this isn't you, this earth sign could have been struck with the truth about a connection. Now, the Gemini card isn't always about twin flame connections. It could be referring to one person's need to blend the head and the heart in order to make true decisions. And what's funny, as you can see by this infinity symbol, the infinity symbol to me is also represented in the lovers. It's like when you get your head and the heart on the same page, you get the truth. The whole truth and nothing but it. So help you God. And that's what we all want. This sword will fight demons. Will slay them. They'll see it and walk away. You have this truth. It resonates from you like lightning. Demons stay away. Why? Because demons live in lies. Low frequency people live in lies. Daily duppies live in lies. When you live by the truth, you get to walk around with that sword. That's the perk, right? It's like saying, I'm not going to live in delusion with you fucking people. And then boom, God gives you that sword so that you can ensure you don't have to live in delusion with them. And as a matter of fact, you can actually defend yourself from the delusion that is sent your way. Why? Because the truth leads you. If it doesn't look bright and light, it probably isn't. If there's holes in it, it's unconclusive. And it looks like for me, a lot of cancers, it's not enough to get inconclusive information anymore. It's like you're looking to conclude mentally thoughts, feelings. You're looking to build resolve in your own memories, in your own self, over somebody that you might have had a really strong connection with. Maybe some of you were struggling about how you think and feel about this person. Well, I feel like I love them, but I think that they're a piece of shit. Okay, well, that needs to get on the same page, but you'll struggle. And then getting the truth, maybe about why you love this person and why they're a piece of shit. Maybe the reason why they're a piece of shit was reflective of a piece of shit that was up into you. Like you gotta be reflective. A lot of people don't take accountability why they bring the people in their life. They just think, well, God or the devil brought them. No, neither of them did. You brought this person in your life. Yes, there's certain divine connections that are sent in, but all the other ones in between, we bring in. A lot of the time, the reason why God can't bring us the divine partner that we pray for is because we keep choosing our own partners. It's like, okay, you want me to send you your partner, but you keep picking your own. But now that you have the truth, you're not looking for something that's given to you, period. A lot of people are out here looking for this other bird. You can't, man. You're looking for a needle in the haystack. Stop looking for something that is given to you by the divine. You can find partners. You can't find your divine match. You'll stumble upon each other serendipitously, but it's not really serendipitously. That shit was contractual. Date, time, all that. But it's like you keep bumping that date, pulling in your own, making your own decisions, thinking you know better. It's like when your parent says, don't touch the stove, it's hot, but you touch it. Well, you're going to get burned, but that doesn't mean, like, did you get what I'm saying? Like, it's, Let's just keep going, because I feel like I could sit and read these 3 cards for an hour, and we're already 20 minutes in. Yeah. Somebody is, I'll be frank, there's somebody making a head over heart. Somebody, when they get their head and their heart on the same page, it's over. It's over. For some of you, the loneliness that you experienced will be over when you do have room and make space for this other bird. The reason why this bird was able to roll up beside this one was because there was space to. If there was another bird here, this bird wouldn't come. So you have to make space. You know, you want certain qualities of friends, you want certain qualities of lovers. Well, you need to see if you make room for that. You need to see if you are in a healthy position to withstand that. Because this kind of relationship is heavy. It's heavy. The highs are high and the lows are fucking low. But what's beautiful about this type of relationship is the highs, they go up together and they go down together and they go up together and they go down together. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of this partnership, is that these trials and these tribulations, these valleys that you have always gone through and survived and will continue to, you just no longer get to do it alone. And why this relationship is so valuable is because this person grows with you. This type of relationship, if it's divine, you grow together. That's why it's blessed. It's because, like, the heavens are pleased with the work that you do with this person to elevate yourself, each other, and then inherently the collective, because people will see that and they'll feel it and they'll know it's real. So it's knowing that that's what you're making room for, creating endings for, trying to bring in. That's the energy. I feel like Cancerians understand the kind of, or what you went through taught you enough about partnership to paint a better picture. Because, like, this Lovers is in between all this, like, black and white. It's like this color. It's like the 5D. You got the 3D, and then you've got the 5D. This is where you've been, and this is where you're looking to go, right? For some of you, it's an earth sign. For some of you, there's an earth sign that you're involved with in some type of way. Some of you are moving away from a relationship to focus on career and your financial, material abundance. You're suppressing emotions and going completely practical in order to cope with whatever it is you're feeling. So if you have experienced an ending with a really strong connection, your way of coping with it is to just completely consume and become obsessed with money, material wealth, 3D worldly things. And it's because your heart's crushed and you're trying to avoid that place, those feelings, those things. But they'll catch up. They got to purge. You got to get rid of them. And Mercury retrograde will absolutely do it. For those of you that this ending has already occurred long and gone, then Mercury retrograde might bring it back up so that you can complete the lessons, right? It's like the lesson isn't fully complete yet. And The universe might bring back certain memories, people, emotions, or experiences, the remnants of them, in order to gain the full scope, the truth, full truth about it. A lot of people walk around with half truths, thinking it's the whole thing, and then run their mouth or make actual like action-based decisions off of them. Meanwhile, they're like you're basing that shit off of 70% of the facts, right? This is 100% fact. Unwavering, undoubtingly. And you should know that this is fact because you've been stabbed with beer lies. Look at the color difference of the sword. It's undimensional, it's dark. Doesn't even look like, there's no shine to it. This sword is in the same darkness. It's like these swords are in light but with no shine. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These swords are low frequency darkness. You couldn't even see them without the light. This truth, you couldn't see without the dark. A lot of the truth that you're coming to, okay, is a gift. Because of where you agreed to go prior to you even coming here. It's like you agreed to go through certain things and then actually went through them, saw harsh truths, dealt with certain things, faced demons, stood up off your ass and turned to the demon that torments you and said, "What?" And then you got the truth. A lot of you are striving for the truth and wanting to function out of a place of sheer honesty. It's like, I'm not going to live in delusion anymore. There is a twin flame connection. The 2 twin flame cards came out. I'd like you guys to reach out to Jazz, Hourglassed by Jazz, about tarot read, twin flame. She does a lot of divine masculine, feminine twin flame readings. I don't do them so much. Quite frankly, I think my twin is not here. I think my twin's dead, but that's besides the point. She can give you a lot of insight. But this, I know enough about tarot to know what this means. This is a connection you can't avoid. This is a connection that if you don't know this person, or you're not in connection with them, it's like this ending has a lot to do with that. There's somebody, it could be an earth sign. I've got Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, whatever. There's an ending either in, I could be looking at a twin flame reunion or separation. It's either the separation, I can't say ending because twin flame relationships never end, but it's either the separation of it or the coming together of it. What I'm looking at is the moment of time where this either separates or connects. This level, this quality of relationship, this intense connection. This is not a karmic. This is not a karmic. Even if you're in separation, this isn't, or about to be, this is not a karmic relationship. This is a divine relationship. You've known this person for multiple lifetimes. People have flown in the sky together multiple lifetimes. They don't even need to look at each other to know where each other's going, where they want to go, what they're trying to do. That's an intense connection. Middle of your spread, a 2 under the lovers beside the 4. It's like that's exactly what this divvies down to. And it's like needing to decide, because even with twin flame relationship, folks, if you're not, like I said, these peaks, these valleys, if you guys are not flying together, the universe will separate you or force you or prompt you or download you information in order to detach from it. Okay, because that relationship is supposed to elevate you higher to the 5D, not take you further down to the 3D. So if that's happening, God will say you need to drop that weight. You're better off without, even if it is a twin. So that's what you need to understand. That's why these twin flame relationships, boy, they're not easy. Me personally, it's like, I'm looking for a divine partner, or that's what I tell my clients is look for a divine partner, okay? Instead of thinking about just a twin flame connection. Think about it. What if your twin's not alive? What if your twin is in heaven working with you to send you a companion for the rest of your life? Like, you have to, like, this is not, there's no rules. Like, I'm getting overwhelmed trying to explain to you people how unstructured this shit is. We have institutionalized love because of the way we are raised in this society, this first world new order society. We are very institutionalized. Our entire educational system teaches us to be institutionalized. That approach does not work with love. That approach does not work with emotions and healing and, DNA reprogramming and all that. It just does. There isn't all these structured rules. You can't structure it. Right? That's why there's this attack on spirituality. Let's attack spirituality. Let's say we not believe and all this shit. It's the reason why a lot of people try to deny this is because it goes outside of their structured belief system. It's like if I actually tap into my spirituality, all the restrictions and the rules and the institutionalism I've imposed on myself would have to actually be stripped down and chucked. That's scary, especially if you've lived that way your whole life. So please know that this awakening and ascension is different. People are at different levels of that. There are people that are at the beginning. Some of the beginning stage can be the hardest stage. The awakening, I've said in other videos, yes, it hurts the mother to give birth, but let's not talk about how painful it was for you to rip out of your mom's crotch. Your whole head crushed and caved in. Okay? So be aware, all right? Be aware of what that connection is. Maybe what makes that connection so beautiful is it forced you to love yourself more, because that's what your twin will do. Inherently, subconsciously, consciously, that's what your twin will do. That's what your twin will be prompted and feel like doing, right? So I'm seeing a decision needing to be made regarding a really intense connection, either to commit, solidify, and create a foundation, or to end it. This is also reflective of the decision and the balancing more so, or the needing to balance the head and the heart. It's like there are certain decisions that you need to make that you're not making because your head and the heart are not on the same place. And you can really try the best you can, but I know Cancers, you're going to want to feel comfortable to come out of your shell to make certain decisions. You're not going to feel that comfort if you don't have both on the same page. You're just not. Not at this stage of the game, because I think before you were able to, or you would allow yourself to take actions on just your emotions, or take actions on just your thoughts, which were ironically enough prompted by, suppressed feelings. But it's getting that all on the same page, and watch how easy now, or not easy, but a lot more confident you are when you do strike a decision. Because out of these two here, like I said, this is the energies closest to you, but your underlying energy of this message is the ace. One of these two is this. A lot of you are deciphering what is the truth. And that could be as simple as how you live to how you believe you should live. How you engage in relationships and how you think you should. What you receive and what you allow in comparison to what you believe you should. It's like there is a super alchemating. There's there's Cancers that are finally acclimated. it's done. Like the balancing is coming. It's like it's happening. I'm watching it happening. There's a moment in time, and that could very well end a twin flame connection, or bring it about. Not end, I mean cause separation. But either way, the whole point is that this is foundational. 4s are foundation. It's like the steps that Cancer are taking are for their foundation, their household. This is what you govern. Cancers will make the most comfiest household. Everyone wants to chill there. Everybody wants to be there. Everyone wants to feel comfortable there. That's what that's what they like, because they're the mothers and the nurturers. I would like to say the nurturers of the zodiac, whether male or female. And then I think some of my Cancers are realizing they didn't nurture the foundation, and it could be the fact that you need to cut your losses, so you're no longer nurturing this, and you're seeing the negative effects of the foundation that's built. So there's a need to tear down and rebuild, and that's why you're trying to balance your head and your heart so you can really make that decision. You know, because I don't know how long you took to create this. I don't know how long this relationship or this connection has been about. I don't know, but there is a decision that needs to be made, and it's surrounding your foundation, close relationships to you, endings that have occurred or need to occur, and how to ultimately bring in stability, whether it's to yourself by ending a relationship or ending certain cycles within a relationship so that that union can be more stable. Cancers are waking up and making decisions and making them very quickly. 9 of Pentacles, a lot of you are going to be deciding to be alone. A lot of you, because it's under the 10 of Swords, it's the ending of singlehood. So the 9 of Pentacles is a single card, a single abundant person doing their thing, cha-cha-chaing, getting their shit done. And then, so with it beside the 2 of Swords and then under the 10, like I said, it's like either deciding to walk away and be single, or deciding to come out of singlehood. And it looks like it's such a heavy decision because you have a sneaky suspicion that you might not be single for a very long time after this, or that this connection is so intense that if you actually decide to build and join with this person, you already know how hard it's going to be to detach from them. But you're already thinking of the end and the demise before it even occurs. You might not have to. Right? And that's the mindset you need to go into these relationships. Don't look at the ending as being inevitable, because then what will happen is you'll manifest that and you'll create this 10 of Swords multiple times in your life. Why? Because you're used to it, it's comfortable, and you really just expect it at this point. This is what disappointment over long periods of time do. It makes you super pessimistic. And I can see that a lot of Cancers are pessimistic towards really close unions, or maybe just the idea of it. Maybe a lot of Cancers that are going through a separation or looking to separate are saying, I'm done with love. I'm done with the illusion of this deep connection. Some of you might be watching this and be like, I already thought I have that. Fuck that shit. I'm not. No, that energy will ensure that that bird, that real companion you're meant for, doesn't come anywhere near you. I'm telling you, misery doesn't like company anymore. Like people, like misery always loves company, but like people are getting tired of that shit. Like the people who aren't miserable are becoming a little less patient about entertaining all the misery in their fucking life, because it lowers your vibration and it takes you further away from the 5D. And then you have to get to a point where you need to take accountability. Okay, if you have negative energy around you, how much of it have you willingly subjected yourself to? And then how much of it is out of your control? Right? So anyways, guys, your 7th card out of your spread, the decision is made. Period. This is also, air energy, but the decision is made. With the 2, anytime I see the 2 of Swords and this, it's like either a decision is needing to be made or it has been made. This comes after. This is the Judge of the tarot deck. This is having this. Now, I need you guys to be careful, because like I said, the head and the heart needs to be on the same page. The King of Swords does not use his emotions at all to make decision. He uses very pragmatic facts, experiences. He's not using his intuition at all. At all. his eyes are open like that because he's been sitting for hours going over documents, looking over facts online, researching, trying to blah, 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 blah. And now he's actually almost stunned by all the facts he has. So now he's like, okay, decision made. Some of you, are going to make the decision, I think, to come out of singlehood. Yeah. Look what just came out. You guys are going to make the decision to move forward in something you believe or know to be quite victorious. This is not a belief. My apologies. This is a knowing that you can go forward and proceed comfortably. And it's the decision to move forward. This is the decision to move forward with someone or the decision to move forward without them. But this is regarding a very intense connection. This is a connection that you're either exposed to now, in separation of, you're either with this person, in separation with this person, or have never met this person. I don't know. This is a collective reading, guys. And the bigger this channel gets, the more variations of these messages, the more message. It's bear with me. They're getting longer. The videos are even getting longer, the more people. So take how it resonates, as everyone says, right? But this is totally making that decision to move forward regarding something you believe is going to positively impact your foundation. Or you're going to make the decision to completely recreate it. Tear this shit down and build it up. This could be you making the decision to want to run away from a connection, move forward from a connection, leave it, and how victorious you feel when you do. Now this, again, if this is a new connection coming in or a reconnection, this could be making the decision and shocked at even yourself at how much you want to move forward with this person. Maybe you didn't see a potential to build a foundation. You just felt an intense connection, and then something maybe comes about, an ending occurs, the ending of a cycle, some communication in some kind, and it changes the whole thing. And then you got to decide, are you willing to move forward? And I absolutely see Cancerians deciding to move forward in what they believe is the truth, whether it's surrounding somebody or not. It's totally independent energy, even surrounding an intense connection. It's very powerful and inspiring. A lot of Cancers can really counsel people at this time surrounding this. And then your last card in your spread, guys, the Daughter of Wands. This is a passionate new beginning. This is the passionate new beginning that you have when you clear out your space and you become re-inspired and invigorated by life. You feel sexy again. You feel good again. This is this is a message. This could be a message. Like I said, you could receive a message that really helps you to make the decision to move forward. I personally think this is the passion that's felt when a connection is either dissolved, a reuniting occurs, or a new connection. But the end goal is the same. Cancer's moving forward with or without. Moving forward with or without. That's going to be the name of this video. Sorry, guys. Because that's exactly how to sum this up. And I don't like watching the videos, and sometimes I have to because I forget how to name them. Anyway, now I won't. So yeah, moving forward with or without. That's deep. Now, let's get some clarifications now. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful spread for my Cancers for the month of March. There's the Nine of Pentacles again. A lot of you if you're single now, like really single and abundant, and you're in this energy, this intense connection, it's on the fucking way. Believe it or not, folks, you got the Lovers and the Four of Wands. It's on the way. The connection comes. End of singlehood. Foundation. You need to decide if you're going to build with this person, move in with this person, whatever. Join with them. Are you okay, baby? Cough it up, baby. Fucking. I need summer to come. Me and my dog need summer to come. This winter's been rough. Anyway, yeah, the nine of Pentacles came up again, or this is exactly the energy you go to after this Ten of Wands moment, after an ending of a connection. Whether you end up rejoining with that person or not, the simple fact that you did something that was in the benefit of your foundation brings you into that energy. You okay? I think they towed the snow removal came. Hopefully I can take Thora out. This weather's nuts, man. Like the snow's been so bad, there's days you have to literally bunker down. I'm not meant to live in this part of the world, eh? That's a whole other point. A lot of you people aren't meant to be here. That's why a lot of people have health issues. That aren't explained, that they can't get past. It's because you're living in a part of the world that you were never meant to live in. Okay? There is the air quality, the climate, it's not conducive to your chemical makeup. So you're unable to be balanced. You're deficient of vitamins you shouldn't be deficient of. That it's like it's tough. Right? So I suggest all of you create abundance so that you can move somewhere, do the research, and find somewhere, okay, that fits you. It's important that you migrate and you move to a country and are part of a community you believe in and that feeds you and nurtures you and makes you alkaline. America, Canada, extremely, extremely difficult to be alkaline here. You go to Jamaica, I go to Jamaica, half Jamaica, I go to Jamaica. People have zinc house. People barely have shoes, but they're alkaline and they're healthy. Here. People come there, tourists go there and say they're poor and they have nothing. They have everything. Go to Jamaica, talk about people don't have nothing. They have everything that you wish you had. That's why you people go visit there. Anyway. Spirit, can I get clarification on the first three cards? The Son of Pentacles, the Lover, and the Death. Wow. 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 Some of you are walking away from the Son of Pentacles only to run into the King of Pentacles. Wow. Some of you that are ending a relationship thought you were with the King of Pentacles, and it really hurt you to find out that they weren't. And then you walked away and you totally find the King of Pentacles. It's fucked up. Quite frankly, I believe this was always the divine match. Maybe not necessarily this. Now, for some of you that are in separation with the twin and know it, this is your twin coming back, more mature than they left. This is an evolution of this person. Cough it up, Thora, or go lay down. Total. Like I said, some of you, like I also mentioned, some of you walk away to completely focus on career. Some of you that are going through their ending will completely throw yourself in career. You're going to gain a lot of abundance from that. Maybe some of you know that a lot of your focus was drained into a relationship and you were actually not developing from a career or material perspective. So you walk away and you literally walk away straight to the coin. You walk away from cups and walk towards coins. Some of you are completely making a step up in career. Some of you left one employer as the Knight of Pentacles only to either start your own business or go into a complete new leadership position somewhere else. Some of you are walking away from one department in your company because you were promoted, you're moving to another floor. And it makes you kind of sad. Some of those people you worked with for a really long time, that could have been your old team, whatever, and now it's like, but you need to move forward because obviously this is the goal, but it doesn't mean that there isn't a little bit of sadness, right? So there's lots of ways to interpret that, but I really like that energy. I really, really do. And then we've got, like I said, with this, it's an ending. It was in reverse. Some of you are avoiding this ending. Some of you are avoiding to transform yourself from this ending because you're still maybe crying or hurt. It's like this, sorry. It's like you're still consumed with what you lost. You're not, and that consuming of what you lost, quote unquote, which really was probably taken to make room. You need to understand that the actions you took transformed you. They're transforming your life, and that's what's happening. It hasn't finished happening yet. You're not transformed. It's not. It hasn't fully happened. Right? For some of you, the ending has just occurred or is about to just occur. And then Spirit, can I get clarification on the Four of Wands? Got the Hermit in reverse, the Two of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So, typical of Cancers to cut somebody out and then they feel left out in the cold. But I think that when you take a little bit of time to heal from this energy, this very final, heavy, energy, which is hard for Cancers because they detach. So anything final like this could be quite difficult, especially if it isn't something the Cancerian has prepared themselves to do over time. Because if they prepare themselves emotionally, they'll be able to do this swiftly. But they need the time to, again, get their head and their heart on the same page. Because even if practically that ending needs to occur, if their heart is not in it, they're not going to do it. It doesn't matter how many times they get stabbed. And that's just because their heart is too big for their boots. And then, yeah, it's coming out of this dark night of the soul that you went into when that's why this transformation hasn't occurred yet, because you just came out of the hermit mode. You just came out of looking at yourself, the things you want, your past traumas, how you ended up here, your pathology. And now you come out with this knowledge and you got to rest because that walk was intense. Whatever you saw, felt, and handled and dealt with while you were in this dark night of the soul was intense to the point where you need to come out and rest now. There was a lot of heartbreak that was uncovered when you looked inside that you might not have really realized hurt you really deeply, or it was something that you suppressed and it's totally coming out now. And Mercury retrograde will do that to you. Right? But it's funny. It's like you totally come out of feeling out of cold though. It's like you come out of this bed and you're not feeling like this. You're feeling great. You're feeling the Ten of Pentacles. Now this did come in reverse. Okay. And I think really, quite frankly, this is just indicative of a really intense connection that some of my Cancerians are dissolving right now. Because it's negatively impacting the household. Right? Not wanting to be left out in the cold or leave somebody out in the cold. But the fact of the matter is there's an inevitable ending here that's being avoided, potentially. But as soon as it gets addressed, it's quite painful to resting occurs. But then that feeling of being left out in the cold, which, like I said, Cancers inherently feel when they cut people off, they come out of. Right? And I think that they realize that whatever abundance they thought they had in that situation, they didn't actually. Whatever household they think they were creating with that, they weren't actually. And then it's like the pursuit now. So then you walk away and then you actually either bump into or you yourself become the King of Pentacles or become the King of Pentacles. So it's fantastic. A lot of you were... A lot of you, though, for some of you, this separation, if it is a separation that's happening now with a twin, you making this action to love yourself more, it prompts your twin to also love themselves more and elevate themselves. Because like I said, if you're in a twin flame relationship, that's the biggest way to identify if you're in a twin flame relationship. Whether you're in separation or together, growth is always had, and somehow the other person promotes it, whether subconsciously or consciously. That's how you know if you're in a twin flame relationship. If you are going from the king to the knight, you bet your ass you're not. A twin will leave before that happens. They'll be prompted to. Even if the twin's in a bad place. They might drop you and you'd be like, did this motherfucker ghost me? And they ghosted you because subconsciously they knew that they were lowering your frequency. And that's how those positive reconciliations occur that people don't believe exist. It only exists when that kind of growth and development occur. Or else the past is definitely left in the past. Being in the present is important because when you stay in the future, you're anxious. When you stay in the past, you're depressed. But if you stay in the present, things become a lot more manageable on a day-to-day. Okay, guys. And then lastly, I'm going to pull from the Romance Angel spread. Wow, this is a very long reading. It's getting longer, but I have a big collective of Cancer, Aquarius, and I think Aries now. And those videos inherently get longer because there's more messages. It's like Spirit knows there's more people tuning in, and I'm trying to touch as many people as I can and offer reassurance if possible. So bear with me if they get a little longer, but I'm not hung up on them being longer because I only see you guys once a month. It's not like I do this 1 hour reading and then I do like the weeklies and then I'm not trying to dilute my messages or desensitize you to me. You know, so they're long, but you only see me once a month, twice a month tops anyway. Okay. If I do start doing weeklies and stuff, the monthlies will get a lot shorter, period. All right, Spirit, can we get some clarification regarding romance? That flew out. Spirit, further clarification. Going into April, going into spring. Going into April, going into spring. Going into April, going into spring, this could be the one. Like I said, some of you are coming back into union with the twin. And the only way that union is taking place is if this succession has happened, which is exactly what I see. I see somebody who matured. I see 2 kings here. And that makes union doable. Because both people are at the same level of maturity, whether male or female. I like that. And then lastly, Spirit. If you were asking for love, guys, I mean, you're getting it. Whether you're in separate, it's safe for you to love. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. This is a big, loud statement. I'm going to put this on shirts. I think I joked me and Mick. I'm going to put this on shirts and I'm going to tote around all summer with them. It's safe for you to love. Do you know I have people reaching out to me on email saying, I'm sorry if this is weird. I'm not trying to sound like a stalker, but I appreciate you and you're great. I think it's funny that people think it's so strange to say something nice, but to have no problem cussing the fuck out of somebody, lying to somebody, but feel weird saying a night, I love you people, fearlessly, and what? I love you people, the 90%, I love you. You know what, fuck it, even that 10% of you low vibrational people, if anything, I love you more, because you need more. All right? It is safe, know that. It's more than safe, it is mandated. This is a mandated statement. It is safe. And that needs to be a safety you create for yourself because you love yourself enough to protect yourself so that it's always safe for you to love. It no matter. The older I get, the more I refuse anyone to let me think it's not safe. I see demons every day. I love them too. I just might not show it. I'm working on myself. Okay? And keep an open mind. For those of you that haven't met this person, your twin or your soulmate, divine counterpart might be a little different. And when people see that, keep an open mind, it might vary and different. They automatically think, well, it's going to be somebody I'm not attracted to. No, no. There's immense attraction. It just might be that this person's kind of different. As you get to know them, you might be like, wow, you're very different than I'm accustomed to. Anyways, guys, I have to wrap up the reading now. I love you. I love you. I love you. Like, share, subscribe, support all the people I hailed up, and I will see you in April. Bye.